Welcome to Legion Outpost. Today we are going to be talking about some of the upcoming news and the new news that's coming around that we've been hearing about Legion Outpost, and we're excited to bring it to you. There is a lot going on. They had recently just put out that there has been some new cards put into their print and play cards, and I was thinking to myself, I didn't see anything new. And I was sitting there like, where are these new cards? Maybe I've just been off because I've been away from this for a little while. And I was thinking, okay, what's going on? I recently fell and slipped on some ice and hurt my hip. So I've been on crutches. So I haven't been able to get down to my studio to work on my painting or any of my videos. So that's kind of been what I've been up to lately. And so that has kept me away from this. And so now I'm back and I'm ready to tell you about the new cards. And so there were only 3 new cards and they weren't really new. They were just our program cards that we already have, but they're in the new format. So, and the reason they did this is because when they released the Crabdroids, which are coming out tomorrow, they have not put the cards in there, the program cards, and you need the co-program cards to play it. So for all those people who do not have Spider Droids or anything else with program, they're going to be like, oh, how do I get this card? So they had to put it in their print and play. And so that's what they've done. They've released it in print and play because of their mistakes, and their quality control has not always been all that good. And you've seen this a couple other times. You've seen this with the Shadow Collective, and you've seen this with Gar Saxon. He's missing his shield, and a couple of the other battle passes. You think that they would get to a point where they would maybe double check everything that goes into a box before releasing it? But I'm not a huge fan of the print and play, but I'm glad they're giving us something to make up for it. I can't wait until they release all the card packs, and I'm sure they're going to be missing cards in their card pack, or there's not going to be enough. And yeah, so AMG, you think by now they would have it together. Since they've taken over Fantasy Flight, we've seen several errors and different things, and I've been given them the benefit of the doubt. I've liked some of the things they've done, and some of the things I'm like, how does this play? And I'm looking at some of the new stuff, and I'm thinking, have they thought of that all through? How's their playtesting gone with that? And so I can't wait to get my hands on each of the new products just to see how they fit, because one of these things that we're going to be talking about are the new products in a second. But we're excited that they've released some other new news. They've released some other new information, and that's not so much on the way of AMG, but their parent company, Asmodee, has put up some things in the pre-order. And so we're going to take a look at those, and we're going to jump right into it. So the first thing that's been put up in the pre-order is the ARF Troopers. Now, the ARF Troopers are pretty cool. If you can see here, they've got a unit, and they have 6, 7, 8 models in there, and they've got 4, basically. They have 6 models that are almost identical, almost hard to even tell who the leader would be in this model. You can see the different models and how they look very similar. They have 6 models that are very similar, and then they have the rocket launcher model, and then they have the cool Jedi model, which is going to replace a leader, it says. So the Jedi model is going to become one of those clone leaders that come in, captain cards type things. And so you're going to be able to place them in. For sure, they're going to be able to place in the ARF and the ARC. So the ARCs and the ARFs. ARF and ARC. It can get confusing if you say that too quick. So I'm assuming that he might really fit really well with the ARC Troopers, because he's got a melee attack of some sort. We don't know. In the package here, they say that there's going to be 8 minis, which we see, 8 bases, which is right there, 1 unit card. So this is a full unit. Now the question is it a 5 model unit plus 1 normal guy and 1 heavy, and then the leader, which makes up because it says 3 upgrade cards, but I don't think that's what they're going to do. I think it's going to be a 6 model unit. And my guess would be that they would be throwing at range 1 to 4 black dice. And because it said that they're going to be special abilities, deployment, setting up and deadly ambushes, and support cover, I think that not only they're going to be range 1 to 4, and I think they're going to be throwing black, because 6 red dice would be too much. The old guns, the same gun they're using in the old is a 1 red, range 1 to 4, and I think that if we went to that to be a red and it was range 1 to 4, 6 dice, they would be pretty powerful. So I'm guessing they're probably going to be black. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, and they could be overpowered. They do like to do power creep because then you buy it and then they nerf it. And so, but dice is something they don't normally nerf. And so I think they're going to come with 6 base unit heavy. And then I think for the 2 upgrade cards, you're going to see either 2 versions of a Jedi, because that'd be cool. One that is a melee focused Jedi and another one that is protection focused Jedi. That's my opinion. Maybe like he has a shield option that he can do. And kind of something like that. Some sort of like a force barrier maybe comes with force barrier, and the other one comes with like some other thing. And I don't know if you're going to be able to put force powers on it. I think maybe the 2 cards will have 2 generic different force things, or the other card is a command card. We've seen that once before with the Bad Batch that has a unit that has a command card. So that could be something that could be a command card and just the Jedi thing. But I think it'd be cool if you had 2 versions of the Jedi, because I think you can model them little differently from what I remember from they were talking about earlier. It doesn't show it in any of these pictures, but I think that would be cool. That way they would you can be able to synergize with both, because in the ARC Troopers, you really want that extra melee. And if you have 2 red or 3 red in that Jedi, that would be kind of cool. And that would give the ARC Troopers a bigger punch. But with the ARF Troopers, you want to probably have some sort of defensive tech to help them survive from the long shots. And maybe when it says the supporting cover and set up deadly ambushes, maybe there's something that lets them do something with the ability to do some sort of ambush. But these are just some thoughts, and that's kind of the perspective of these videos, is you think about different things and you give your opinions. And so I think these are going to be really good. I think, to be honest, that AMG really likes the Grand Army of the Republic. They seem to put all the good stuff out. Like everything that's come out from AMG that's been really good has been the Republic. They really like White Armor. The next best things they put out are for Empire. Rebels, Sleeper Cell was good, but it looked like everything else. None of their sculpts are really any good for the Rebels. Everything looks the same. They got same green. I don't know. It's just, I haven't been impressed yet with the Rebels. I'm a Rebel player, but I do collect everything. I buy everything. So yeah, that's the first unit, and that's the thing I'm really excited about that's coming out is this ARF Troopers, and mainly I'm excited to see what they do with the generic Jedis. It'd be cool if we can get a generic Jedi pack that you can add different ones, but that's just some of the things future. The other thing that's advertised, I'm still a little bit excited for, but a lot of people aren't as excited about it, and that's the terrain pack. I bought every terrain pack they've had. I wish there was something a little more that you could do, like even having the little mouse droids here, which is kind of cool. I like my mouse droids. Having the little mouse droids here in this is been really is really cool having them, but they don't really have any play in the game, and they don't really fit the like, what are you going to do with them? Because they're just little things that, I don't know, they get in your way. So in the picture here that they've got down here in the corner, I got right below my picture, it shows you a setup, and it's a cart tipped over, and then it's got the barrel box, and it's got one of the little tower light things, and it's got some of the things. But if you can see on the other side, diagonally from me, there is a lot more that comes in it, because there's 3 of each curves. They only show 1 curve there in that picture. There is 3 straights, and I think they show 2 straights in there, and then the broken down complex, and the only one of the towers. So it's a pretty cool box. It's going to be it's not badly priced either. I was surprised. It's only $59 US, about 65 Canadian is usually what I get them for when it's around that price. Maybe even 70. It might be up to 70 Canadian, and that's not horrible, but the reality is, if you are like me and you have a 3D printer, I could print stuff just like this, and so it's not that special. And I'll buy it because I'm a completist. I like to have everything. But the reality is, it's not something like, there's no cards. There's no, like, it'd be cool if they put a new conditions or something like that. Something to give you some content to go with the game as well. And I like it. It's good. It's beautiful. They're really good pieces of terrain, but I have so much terrain right now. I've got 7 or 8, 9 different planets worth of terrain, and so not something I'm gonna like rush out to get, but I will get it because I just want to make sure I get everything. So the terrain pack from Star Wars Legion that brings out the Outer Rim, your tabletop, the key terrain features to assemble, paint, and customize your battlefield. This product pairs well with the X-wing from the Crash X-wing from Star Wars. The Crash X-wing in this, I wouldn't say they pair well, but that's okay. I guess if you paint it similar. This is a desert theme, so you'd have to paint your Crash X-wing more the desert, and it's went more snow or mud. I'd like to pick up another one of those because that was a pretty good model, to be honest. And having the little guy was kind of cool. I can make a unit of the pilots if I get enough of them. But it comes with 1 ruin complex, 1 create pile, 1 wreck cart, 2 mouse droids, 3 straight walls, 3 curved walls left, 3 curved walls right, and 2 towers, which are these little light things with phones on them. But yeah, that's it. They're pretty standard. Now let's talk about the other thing that we recently, well, tomorrow gets released, and I hit on it on one of my other videos, but I didn't have the cards for it, so I didn't get into too much detail with this one. And so the Aqua droids, I did talk about the crab droids. I just put them in there because they're both coming out tomorrow. And the crab droids, I wanted to remind you that you don't get all the cards you need. The Aqua droids, here they are. They AI move, attack, armor 2, which is pretty good. Infiltrate. The great thing about these is infiltrate. Infiltrate's good because you can set them up, kind of make a wall. They are a vehicle. They are not a trooper. So that means that they have a line of sight blocking that goes up from the cylinder. It's not about the legs. It's not about the height of it. It's the cylinder because they have a certain kind of base style silhouette that goes with them. And somebody was telling me, oh, I want to model my crab droid so that they block line of sight. It was not about the model of them because all notch base have a cylinder, like a cylinder type silhouette, and so it's all about how the height of the silhouette and if you can see it or it blocks line of sight. And so these will do the same thing. My one question I do have about these Aqua droids is cohesion. If they have to be cohesed in range, half range or range 1 of each other, like everything else, they're going to be hard to get in a straight line if you want to do that straight line wall, because the middle one will be the leader, one on each side can do, and the other one, the base is the same size as that ruler pretty much. So you're going to have to kind of put them back a little bit on an angle. So it's going to be kind of an angle wall. It's not going to be kind of a straight wall. But that gives you, as I said, they have a 1 red at close impact with impact 1, which is cool. They can punch pretty hard. That's 4 red in the full unit. It has a laser cannon, a white and a black. And then, as I said, they have a communications upgrade, and they have a heavy upgrade, and the heavy is 2 red and a white at range 1 to 3. So really at range 1 to 3, a full unit's going to be throwing 6, 7 whites and 7. What am I saying? I'm losing it. I wish it was that much. It's going to be throwing 4 whites, 3 black, and 2 red. So that's a pretty good hit. And they're only white saves, but they do have armor 2, and they do have surge both ways, which is good. So that's the upgrade on that. I just wanted to talk really quickly about that. And I'm excited to tell you that we are got a few videos videotaped. I just got to edit them for gameplay, and then I'll be releasing those on a bi-weekly amount of things. And I've been working on a podcast style thing as well, and I'm hoping that you guys would be like that. And so why don't you like, subscribe, and be a part of the group that moves forward, and we can just continue to grow this together and have an exciting time with each other. We are so excited, and it doesn't cost you anything to like and chive, so please take the time to do that, and we'll see you next time, and let the force be with you.